Now, Reggae Month is officially over, but we're still celebrating right here on our stage. Today, we pay tribute to the Crown Prince of Reggae in a special way, featuring the likes of The Messenger, Luciano,
and do it in the name of love,
and George Nooks.
A burden so low.
Tune for tune. We'll also have a Canadian-based reggae artist who not only sounds like Dennis, he also bears the likeness of the crowned prince. Also in the mix, this week's E-News, reviews, and more are all coming up. Welcome to the show, everyone. I am Winford Williams. We'll be right back.
Reaching more and more screens around the world every week. Onstage, so much more than entertainment.
All right, and now the stories making our E-News and reviews for this week.
Protege's live concert at Hope Gardens last Saturday was a testament to the power of dedication, love of craft, and music. A powerful reminder that the key to success is through hard work and tenacity. A sold-out affair. Thousands of eager fans gathered to soak up the Grammy nominees' latest body of work. A matter of time, but it was that and so much more. A manifestation of the brand power of Protege, a host of top-shelf celebrity guests touching the stage, among them Taras Riley, Coffee, Agent Sasko, Jesse Royal, and Chronics.
Check club and respect my brethren Protege, Oshe. Mad some, it was only a matter of time. See it, love and respect.
Excellent show, you know, superb. So big up, more life, health and strength, unity in the music, yes, Jaja. I have to refer to him as the people's champ, because the love is real and it's clear, you know what I mean? So as me I say, as a brother, as a friend, as a fan, great job, Proto.
Show the unity and the strength and reggae music, and how the artists them can unite and come together and entertain people. Me love it. So me always have to support the youth them.
Once music is good music, no force in the world can stop it, because you can't trick the human ear and you can't disrupt the human soul once it's destined to accept that music. And this youth is a force to be reckoned with. And he surrounded himself with friends who are forces to be reckoned. You look at the quality of the guest artists. I mean, come on, man.
The National Indoor Sports Centre on Wednesday evening. A very strong representation of Jamaica's entertainment industry turned out for the inaugural staging of the Reggae Gold Awards.
Listen, yo, thank you.
Where over 100 trophies were handed out to stalwarts in the business for their work in uplifting and spreading the genre. For more on the Reggae Gold Awards, check Onstage TV's YouTube page.
The leader is here.
Veteran film producer Lenny Little White has encapsulated the life and work of Jamaican political icon, the most honorable Portia Simpson-Miller.
My name is Portia.
In the form of a 52-minute documentary titled Journey, Break Every Rule.
This is not a PNP film or a JP film. It's a Portia Simpson-Miller film.
Directed, written, and produced by Lenny Little White.
We try. It's Portia's story.
If you don't love what you're getting into, then you will have challenges.
Guests from both sides of the political divide, including former Prime Minister P.J. Patterson, musicians, friends, and family, filled 2 theatres at Carib 5 for the world premiere last Sunday.
I won that division by over 300 votes.
I want everybody to big up Prime Minister Holness, because he's the person who made this happen. I ran out of money, and he gave Chase a kind of thumbs up, and so we got funds from Chase, but it's Prime Minister Holness who made this happen.
I think this particular medium being the first step of recording Portia's contribution is very well suited. Film is very well suited for capturing some of the connection between her and people, which the other artistic forms might not be able to do so easily.
It's a good thing, because we need to document and record our heroes and all of this. So it is a very good thing.
I'm very impressed that people have come out to support Mrs. Simpson-Miller, and I believe that we've done a story which everybody's going to be proud of. Yeah. She's a very cooperative person. She did everything we wanted her to do, and the fact that somebody like Jimmy Cliff would fly from New York to come here to go back to New York this afternoon tells you how important a person she is.
An emotional tribute it was for a Jamaican woman many have come to know as Mama P.
I think if we could do more in terms of promoting our leaders in the country, I think it would take off.
Did they do justice with your story though?
Oh yes. Oh yes. Yes. And this is my
No, I think they did it. I think they did justice.
They did it.
It's a fantastic production.
I had to be here. I mean, this is not political, this is personal. I love this woman.
Oh.
I mean, it goes without saying. I think she is the real stuff, as authentic as you'll ever get. And her story is one of inspiration, not just to Jamaican women, but to anyone who is operating from the margins of this society, to say, look, it is possible for you to make it to the very pinnacle of society.
Back in 2012, when she became the first female prime minister to come to the pen release, also the first world leader to come to the pen release. This was significant for us because this year Team Jamaica celebrates 25 years, so it was fitting that I'll be here for this, because this is real and this is something that is substantial. It has global impact for people like myself who live in the diaspora.
Our first female prime minister. Yes. And an amazing accomplishment, and as a father of two young ladies, one of who is here, Nyla, who's inspired by her. I couldn't say no. Very emotional at points, very hard hitting. You got to see her true personality. I would say kudos. Lenny outdid himself this time.
It's a good reminder of the contribution that Madam Portia Simpson-Miller has made to Jamaica. I think as history, when history is recorded, this period where Jamaica has gone through a tremendous adjustment, and while maintaining social peace and order, will be attributed to her leadership and her style. And I think any future growth and prosperity of this country owes a great debt of gratitude to her tenure as Prime Minister.
Well, I think it is good. It is for posterity. And when some of us are gone, at least the younger ones will be able to pull from what we left behind.
The documentary can be seen on free-to-air television and on YouTube in the near future.
All right, so there you have it. Stories making our e-news and reviews for this week. Stay with us, still to come. Special tribute to the Crown Prince of Reggae, featuring the likes of the Messenger Luciano and George Nooks.
My desire is
tune for tune. We'll also have a reggae artist out of Canada who not only sounds like the Crown Prince of Reggae, he also bears the likeness of Dennis. All coming up right here on our stage. We'll be back.
Reaching more and more screens around the world every week. On Stage. So much more than entertainment.
All right, so last Sunday, I was downtown Kingston at a tribute concert for the late, great Prince of Reggae, Dennis Brown.
If I follow my heart.
And a young man went on stage in tribute to the Prince.
Have you ever?
And all of a sudden, it felt like I was back in the late 1990s because of us hearing the voice of Dennis Brown in those final years of his career. And so I looked up, and when I looked up, the man looked like Dennis too. So I was forced to call in the man and ask him some question. Right now is that gentleman, that artist. His name is Chester Miller, based in Canada, a Jamaican based in Canada that I've never heard of. But wow. Chester, sir, blessed love.
Blessed.
So how do you justify sounding so perfectly like Dennis Brown?
Well, I think it's throughout the years, Dennis has always been a strong influence.
Yes.
In music for me. And it was funny because, when I moved up to Canada and I was singing on sound systems, and I was singing a lot of Sugar Minott.
Yes.
And Freddie, because Sugar Minott was my artist back then. Mm-hmm. But then people were telling me, say that, you have a sound like Dennis. Mm-hmm. So then I gravitated over to start singing Dennis music. And when I did that, that's when people start, my goodness. And I was hearing from before that people even hear me sing and say, you look like Dennis Brown, even just on the street, at the airport. I have tourists all come ask me for autograph. And
believing
it, thinking I'm Dennis Brown. Honestly, I swear. So that is how it kind of transcend over to Dennis Brown, and from that point on, I follow his career, sing his songs. When I do my little shows and things, I would sing his songs and everything, and it just keep grow from that point on.
Here I go,
I need to take your voice right here, doing Dennis Brown at that concert. Here we go.
While I go down, everyone's got to stay strong. You can't surrender, no.
All right, so there you have it. Don't you agree that this gentleman, if you knew Dennis Brown in the late 90s, that he sound maybe almost like the Crown Prince of Reggae? Wow, I don't know that I've heard a voice, and some people, Dennis Brown is the most imitated artist in Jamaica. Worldwide, it has to be the king of reggae. But in Jamaica, Dennis Brown holds the record. I believe, I don't have the empirical data, of being the most imitated artist ever, right? And this man is sounding, in my view, like no one else. Like no one else I've heard before. It's so perfectly Dennis Brown.
Right.
All right, so you say that's it. You have no relations with him?
No relations. No bloodline.
No bloodline that you know of.
That I know of. Yes, that is true.
But the question though, how do you answer it if somebody says that perhaps you are a brother or maybe his son and those things? Don't you get those questions?
Yes, I get those questions a lot. I mean, even after the show in Kingston.
Yes, because everybody around the venue were talking about it.
Yeah, so people are saying, you don't know it, but Dennis is your father. People are telling me, Dennis is your father. You don't know that, but trust me.
Yes. And somebody came to me and says, that's Dennis Brown's son. Anyway, we're mentioning. So, boy, have you ever tried to find out whether I don't know.
A friend of mine told me a thing one time, and it really stuck inside my head, and he said, because there was a time when I was really wrestling with sounding like Dennis, because 1,000 people could come and tell me, say, boy, you sound great. And then one person would come and say, but you just are going like. So our next man said to me, but Chester, look at your nose. Look at your mouth. Mm-hmm. Look at your eye. You look like Dennis. So obviously that sound, that because your nose carries a certain sound on your mouth. Mm. So that's why it's not even like you're really trying. It's a natural thing, because even if you sing other people's songs, you still sound like Dennis.
Have you ever asked your mom? Have you ever questioned your mom about this? I mean, that's quite that would be a forward thing. I was say, you're too forward in Jamaica to do. But have you ever thought of
no, I don't.
Sort of quiz her, like, and see if any possibility?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, anything is possible.
Yes.
But I've never really done that research. But, you know.
Where were you? You met him, right? Have you met Dennis?
Oh, I know Dennis very well.
Yes.
I spent a lot of time with Dennis.
You spent time with him?
I spent a lot of time.
Where? Here in Jamaica?
Here in Jamaica. When he come up here, I've spent time at his house. He encouraged me and tried to get me on stage a few times, but I didn't want to go.
You were shy?
I was shy, very shy, especially with all the, you know, with the Prince. For me, go side by side with him, and that, you know. So
yeah.
I never went up there. So, but yeah, so very close, very close.
Okay.
Very close.
All right. Otherwise, then, tell us about your career real quick. Now, you're based in Canada.
I'm based in Canada, back and forth. Cause I'm spending a lot more time here in Jamaica, so I'm back and forth a lot. I'm working on some material right now. I have a new song that's going to be coming out shortly called "Please Have a Heart." Mm-hmm. We just finished shooting a video for it. That's why I'm here, along with the show. I started singing from back in the early 80s, about 84, when I had my first release called Saturday Evening, which was produced by Leroy Sibbles.
Yes.
And that popped the British pop chart back in 84.
It topped the...
It went on, I wouldn't say top, but it went on to the British pop chart.
Okay, got on the British pop. Okay, good.
And then following after that, I did another song called Never Run Away, which I did at Studio One, Channel One Studio. Mm-hmm. And that went on very well. And I've done other things along the way, but never really, nothing that really put me up there. Mm-hmm. So this time around now, with this song here, working with Sly and Robbie, run by One Pop Music, and Rory, and Mr. Leroy Brown and Willie Williams, who are all in the camp and really kind of guiding me along. So I think the song that we have here is a really promising song.
So it's a very impressive group of people you're among.
Yes.
Sly and Robbie played on this record?
Yes, Sly and Robbie played on this song. And Rory played a bit, Rory, the engineer for One Pop Music, played a large part in creating the song and putting out.
All right, let's take a quick little listen to that song right now.
Rent to pay, but yet don't see a dime, no. Can see why some seem to turn to crime, yes. But I will hold my head up high, yes.
All right, so that's just a taste of Chester's latest record. And what he's going to perform for us. He's going to be Dennis Brown today, too. And so we're going to, as you know, it's a tribute to the Crown Prince we're doing right here on our stage. And he's going to do a song for us later. All right, so the video is being shot for this song, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you're hanging your prospects on the song making the big breakout that you've always been looking for.
Yes, my first video. So
your first music video?
First music video.
Oh, wow.
So I'm very excited.
Saying, music is all you do?
Yes, music is what I do. I've done much more live performances than recorded.
Okay.
Yes, because we had, for the last few years, we had a tribute to the legends back up in Canada. So that is a yearly annual event, and so my part in that was doing Dennis Brown. So, and then along with, the few songs that I put out, but anytime I do a show and do my songs, I would always do a segment of Dennis Brown songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then, Chester, what we're going to do now then, sir, is to give you some time, and we're going to leave the stage and give you a chance to play for us, help us to pay tribute to the Crown Prince.
All right.
So we'll leave you to the stage.
Ooh, ooh, yes, though I wake up in the morning with my hair down in my eyes, and she says and then
I stumbled to the breakfast table while the kids were going off to school. Goodbye. She reaches out and takes my hand, squeezes it and says, how you feeling? And as I looked across her smiling lips, that warms my heart, see my morning soul. Yeah, and if that's not loving me, and all I've got to say, well, oh, God didn't make for little green apples, He don't rain Indianapolis in the summertime. Oh, no. No such thing as Martha Seuss, Disneyland, and Mother Goose ain't no nursery rhyme. God didn't make for little green apples, and He don't rain Indianapolis in the summertime. Oh no. When myself is feeling low, I think about that face that blows, that ease my mind. Yes. Sometimes I call her on and home, knowing she's so busy. Ask her to get away, bring me a little bit of bite to eat, yeah. She drops what she's doing and hurries down here in a hurry. Well, she sits waiting patiently, smiles when she first sees me, for she was made that way. Yes. So if then now that's not loving me, and all I've got to say, oh, God didn't make for little green apples, and He don't rain Indianapolis in the summertime. Oh no, there's no such thing as Martha Seuss, Disneyland, and Mother Goose ain't no nursery rhyme. God didn't make for little green apples, and He don't rain Indianapolis in the summertime. Oh no. When myself is feeling low, I think about that face that flows, ease my mind. Yeah, well, yeah, ooh-wee, oh, well. Little green apples, yes. Well, it's such a pleasure being here. Said I really enjoy my time. Yes.
Yeah. Chester.
Yes.
If you aren't Dennis Brown look-alike and sound alike, I don't know. Wow, man.
Give thanks.
That was good. Thanks again. Give it up. All right, so the tribute to the Crown Prince of Reggae continues right here on our stage.
Baby, I did love you.
Featuring big names like The Messenger, Luciano, and George Nooks. Next.
reaching more and more screens around the world every week. On Stage, so much more than entertainment.
And as we continue to pay tribute to the Crown Prince of Reggae, Dennis Brown, we're in the company right now of the Messenger Luciano and George Nooks. And before we get into performance, they're going to be doing something very special and original in terms of tribute right here on our stage live. But before we get into that, we want to hear from both what relationship existed with them and the Crown Prince, and to what extent he influenced their music. George Nooks and the Messenger Luciano, right now, right here on our stage. George.
My brother, greetings.
My brother, sir.
Yeah, man.
Sir Lush, good to have you back so soon, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
How have people responded to your call for the banning of dirty music?
Man, I'm getting a lot of support out there, you know, sir.
Yes?
Because they agree with me. A lot of people just come up to me and say, but Luch, I agree with you. You saying the right thing. Yeah, man, get rid of this thing, man. Once and for all, man. Music will get too dirty. You know?
So the support is widespread. Yes. And even Bushman support?
Yeah, man. And he made a well-spoken speech, man.
Yes.
Very eloquently.
Yes.
Spoken and given, and, you know, to the people. Really respect that.
All right. So the Crown Prince for you, sir. I know you've declared that he's one of your influencers.
Definitely.
And so speak about him for you.
Well,
what relationship? Did you ever meet him?
Yes.
Yeah?
I met the king. Because I grew up with the works of Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, Burning Spear, Jimmy Cliff, you know. Just to name a few of the greats. But I never met Bob Marley, I never met Peter Tosh. And it really, you know, I feel like something missing, but I met them through their music.
Yes.
But when I was privileged to meet the great king, Dennis Emmanuel Brown.
Same.
Some people call him Prince of Reggae, but I still say he's a great king, you know.
Because you were like sounding like him, weren't you?
Well, honestly, my brother, I grew up with his music.
Yes.
And at one time, I tried to sing and be like him, and I even spelled out and all them things.
Even the look.
I call them nose and everything, you know. Somebody
Yes.
say, well, I'm a daddy here, so I just take him as my daddy.
Straight.
Yeah, man.
George, I know that he was your brethren.
Yeah, man. Really close friend, you know.
Yes.
We have traveled.
Yes.
Here in Jamaica, up and down. I mean, one of the first person who took me to the studio, so. Plus, when I always try to get in the business, that was my favorite singer, you know?
Yes.
I was listening to a lot of R&B and other singers, great singers such as Ken Booth and Bob Handy and Bob Marley and such forth, but he was very, very, very influential, you know?
In your
Yeah,
music.
man, influential.
And you worked together, didn't you?
Yes, we did. As I said, he was one of the first person to produce a song for me, and then not shortly, but a few years after that, we get the chance to collaborate. And two of my biggest hits, two of his biggest hits also.
Yes.
That back in the days we call it a Disco 45, you know? Money in My Pocket, which I did cool runnings, Prince Mohammed style, and How Can I Leave, Bubble Me a Bubble, I'm not sick no trouble. A song that anytime you see Dennis Brown singing, he always a DJ that song there. Bubble Me a Bubble. So that's my part, you know?
All right, so we just had Chester Miller. You knew him, right, from Canada?
Yeah.
So you weren't just meeting him the other day?
No, I've seen and heard him before.
Downtown Kingston?
Yeah.
And I know him personally too.
And you knew
Yeah,
him
man.
before to Lucy?
Bad singer, man.
What you mean? Yes. I am very, very intrigued. I was very intrigued when I heard the voice. And so on. What do you make of him, George?
Yeah, man, a good singer. Dennis
Yes.
Brown. You're trying to walk in somebody's shoes, just walk in somebody's great shoes, you know?
Yes,
Yes.
man.
Yeah, man, don't skip and way. I walk in somebody's shoes, just walk in the right
Great,
shoes,
man.
man.
Great
Yes.
thing,
Yeah, man, great. I mean,
So that means that his standard would automatically be high to be
yeah,
to have the vocal styling of the
Yeah.
Crown Prince. Because why?
that's why you jump at it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that may I tell you, man, you see it. Yeah, man, the Crown Prince, as I said, man, Bob Marley himself said, are the best singer that you know.
Yes,
Bob's favorite singer.
Bob's favorite singer. So I said Dennis Brown is Dennis Brown. And
could I just share this experience?
Yes.
When I did Shake It Up Tonight, for Big Ship Label, Mr. Fred McGregor, we were driving one day going up the road and we saw, this is my first connection with the King. When then my father, Freddie, stopped him and said, like we said, come on party, like I said, fire, come on Georgie, come listen to this. And he played the song. Start playing the song and the King leaned forward in the window and said, like Father Freddie, I said, you remember this one? And he said, yo, I wish one again that fire. Georgie, I wish one that Georgie. We meet them heads well big, so come here and say, wait, because it sound like the King, really. See the blue lights on the table. Shake it up tonight, man.
Yeah.
Oh, but when we hear them heads well big, so I said, for the whole day I couldn't even eat, man. That's something over me good. You understand? Yeah, man.
Dennis Brown, man.
Oh, yeah. And you know there was an album, I don't remember the name of it, on which Dennis Brown, that features Dennis Brown singing some of the greatest R&B hits of all time. I got a copy from Derek Harriott, and somebody stole it from me. Can you imagine? And he was doing, people loved him so much that they wanted him to be the singer on these records that they love so much.
It's true.
Records that were done by great artists in R&B.
Yeah, man.
But they wanted to hear these records by Dennis Brown.
Man, he would have
his styling, the way he
put
delivers
song across, yeah, man.
on a record.
And he was never afraid of any song. No note at all too big for him. To man angle, no matter the song, jazz, blues, anything.
Yeah, man, just to show you those were the songs that he was singing.
Yes.
Yeah, man, that's why he could have come across, so, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, for real, for real.
Top tier vocalist. And he was such a friend of everyone. He was always smiling.
Yeah, my mouth is a laugh.
I've not heard a single bad thing about Dennis Brown. And anybody know if you would never.
Nice
Yeah.
He's always the one to first quell any kind of dispute.
This is how artists should be.
The man himself just
love.
walk up to you when the man turn up or something happen, what's happen bad. Him just come with a big smile.
Yeah, and you can't do nothing, you just break down, you know?
And everybody break.
Yeah, man, yeah. You had a show, I forget where, in the US, and him never turn up, and them a rat. And when them see Brown, I said, the man them just start laugh with him. I mean, I said, the man did that once.
Let him start first.
Yeah, man. I said, I couldn't reach, man, a problem, man. Why, yo, every man just come down here, Georgie, the body him called Georgie. Yeah, man, for real.
Okay, gentlemen. Well, all that's left now is to take a break right here, and when we come back, we will be going into the live tribute. It's a special. You don't want to miss it. It's never done before in tribute to anyone. Not to mention the great Prince of Reggae. It's right here on our stage. Next.
Reaching more and more screens around the world every week. On Stage. So much more than entertainment.
Not because you're over there and I'm here, I'm with you. My heart, my soul, that love light keeps burned deep within. And my heart is with you, and my soul is with you. And the love we have goes on and on. Lord of mercy. Pound, 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 pound. Well, oh, yeah. Pound, 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 pound. remember when you're humming in my arms, I hold you tight and squeeze you tight and say, sugar, I'm with you. By the look in your eyes, I realize that you're loving me, and my heart is for you, and my soul is with you, and the love we have goes on and on. So, pound, 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 pound. Well, pound, 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 pound. Pound, 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 pound. Oh my God, it's pound, 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 pound. Luciano, yeah, yeah, man. Lord of mercy. Come, yes. The prophet rise. Come, yes, yes. Are you ready? The prophet rides again. Oh no. The prophet rides again. Come. The prophet rides again. Oh, the prophet rides again. Come. When the children were beaten and we were. Then you taught us to conquer all the enemies. Yes. You passed us along tribulation road. Oh Lord. And before us you made mysteries unfold. The prophet rides again. Yes, he rides again. Yeah. The prophet rides again. And unto the King of the Lord. The prophet rides again. Rides again, boy. I say, what more can one man do? Yeah, when he finally saved all of you. Hey, he gave us the music with love and joy, and he taught us with love for us to enjoy. Yes, he rides again. Yes, he rides again. The prophet rides again. Come. The prophet rides again. Wait, yes. The prophet rides again. Lord. Come up with something now, Jack. Take it away. Yeah, man, prophet rise again.
Kick off something.
Well, Lord, yeah.
Go on, sir. Come on, keep it up for Nooks in the house.
Fighting your brothers every day really doesn't make no sense at all. You walk down the road and you see an innocent man, you'll rob and starve and shoot him down. Then when you think it's peace and safety, it's a sudden destruction. The Lord seek and find your trail, and they will even cut you down too. So my brethren, make it easy on yourself. Oh, yeah. by doing, oh well, something that's constructive. And so my brethren, walk a mile in my shoe, yeah, and then you'll be far from all road. Oh man, now,
yeah, this one. And stop the fussing and the fighting, brothers. Now's the time for uniting sisters. Yes. Stop the fussing and the fighting, brothers. Say now's the time for uniting sisters. A chain is as strong as its weakest link.
You should know that now.
And the brother's keeper. Unity is the foundation of survival. Well, you got to let your love light shine through. Well, listen, say stop the fussing and the fighting, brothers. There's a time for uniting sisters. Yes. Stop the fussing and the fighting, brothers. There's a time for uniting sisters. Get up out there. Respect, Lord. Big respect to the King, Lord.
Oh Lord, well, Lord, yeah, Lord of mercy. Should I have faith in you?
Pull up! Stop on, we can't pull up.
Should I put my trust? We can't
Pull up,
on it.
we can't pull up.
Pull up on our stage. Come on. Whoa, right now. Dennis Brown, what was that? Yeah, man, a great brother, right? Should I have faith in you? Should I put my trust in you? And should you lay me down? Should I flirt around low? Why should I think this way? Thinking that you're going away when there ain't no way we'll stay together anymore. So how could I ever go on living this way? Acting like a child so young and gay. Oh, you don't know what it means to be loved. You don't know how it feels to be loved. Love, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. My desire is for you to be true and strong, and then someday you will get to know where we went wrong. So you make me feel so bad, you make me feel so sad whenever I had to share your love. Lord of mercy, I to go on now, living this way. Acting like a child so young and gay. Oh, you don't know what it means to be loved. You don't know how it feels to be low,
on stage.
Oh no,
oh Lord, Jamaica.
Oh no,
Honor to the King Dennis Brown. How you feeling? Seated and watching fools fight themselves. They should all be thinking of getting to know themselves. While life goes on, everyone's got to stay strong. You can't surrender, no, no, no. Some give their hearts and souls to vanity when they should be thinking of setting their spirit free. But while life goes on, everyone's got to stay strong. You can't surrender, no, oh, no. Listen. How you feeling? Oh Lord, sitting and watching who's in my fight themselves. Sitting and watching who's fighting themselves.
that little girl was born on the ghetto side of town. She knows every trick in the book and she certainly gets around. She's been with many men since she was only 10. She never stay at home. She's always on the road. Your mama is wondering where you are. Lord of mercy. What do you see at night when you're under the stars? Oh Lord, baby, keep on running, but you won't get far. You're trying not to shine with the movie star. Stay at home, sister, stay at home. Don't let your mama down. Don't be around, Lord. Your mama is wondering where you are, Lord. What do you see at night when you're under the stars? Little girl, no, but you won't get far. Stay at home, sisters. Don't let your mama down. Don't be around, Lord. Your mama is wondering where you are. Well, yeah. What do you see at night when you're under the stars? Little girl, you keep on running, but you won't get far. Stay at home. No, no, no. Don't let your mama down. No, no. I beg you, stay at home.
Stay at home. Stay at home.
Well, yeah, yeah. Lord of mercy. Oh. Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I should. Maybe I didn't read you quite as good as I should. Many things I should have said and done, but I just never took the time, no. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. Baby, I didn't hold you all those sad and lonely times. I guess I never told you that I'm so happy that you're mine. Little things I should have said and done, but I just never took the time, Lord. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind, Lord. You were always on my mind, yeah. You were always on my mind. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Don't forget up for the one I sing.
Oh, yeah,
Yes. Are you ready? The promised land. Going to the promised land. Oh gosh. To the promised land. Going to the promised land. Oh gosh. Made a stop in Ashmara. Take another stop in Addis Ababa. I made my way to Shashamane land, treading on the King's Highway, the promised land. Take her to the promised land, oh God, to the promised land. Take it to the promised land.
You know.
Come on.
You know, yes, you know. Hear me now. Said I don't wanna be no general.
Come on, Pastor Chester.
To end up in no general. I said I don't wanna be no general. To attend the big funeral. Oh, no. Lord.
Whoa, you know, hey. Brother man, what are you doing for the promised land?
Oh yeah.
Gotta take your steps in a little bright days. Live out life. There's work to be done, so you can run. You got a job to be done, so you gotta do it. Even a little to the promised land. Going to the promised land, yes. The promised land. Going to the promised land, yes. There's enough land for you and I, by and by. Enough food for everyone. No time for segregation in the promised land. Oh gosh, going to the promised land. Oh man, to the promised land. Going to the promised land. Gotta go. We gotta go, say really gotta go. Don't let your aspirations scramble before you. Then I give thanks for the prophet God.
wanna be no general to end up in the funeral. Said I don't wanna be no general to achieve only a funeral. Oh no, oh no, Lord, 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 Lord. No.
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. This way.
Oh, yeah. Gentlemen, thank you all so much for coming and doing this for us.
Yeah, man, for real.
And our audience around the world. Thank you so much, gentlemen. And we must thank Bowie, keyboard player. Bowie! Give it up for Bowie right here on keyboards.
It's a one-man band.
And that's it, our very, very special tribute to the Crown Prince of Reggae right here on our stage. Want to thank the artiste again, the messenger Luciano, Chester Miller, and George Nooks. And of course, keyboard player Bowie. And thank our audience. Thank you so much for coming and getting this special moment right here with us live. My name is Winford Williams on behalf of all of us, thanking you for joining us. Do join us again next week for more On Stage.
Go down, go to tear those oppressors down, baby. While the president is planning to build a wall, we know that all Babylon bound to fall. Until you brick by brick, we gonna tear them down. Go down, we gonna tear all the walls down. Thank you.
All right, thanks for watching our video. You know what to do. Click, subscribe, and be on our stage always.